In this video, I'm going to discuss about DHCP protocol. DHCP stands for Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, which is used to allocate dynamic IP address and other IP configurations such as subnet masks and DNS addresses to any device on a network, which could be home-based network or small-scale business networks. DHCP works on application layer of the TCP/IP protocol. It operates on a client-server based model. DHCP is generally implemented with UDP port numbers, which are 67 port number is the destination port and UDP port number 68 is used by the client. DHCP works in 4 steps, which are DHCP discovery, which is a request made by client. A client broadcasts a DHCP discover message on the net, which informs the server that a client on a particular network is requesting to allocate an IP address. After receiving the request, server responds with the DHCP offer, in which a complete detail of the available IP address and the client's system information, for example the subnet mask and the MAC address of the client, is included. After getting the DHCP offer, the client chooses an IP address of its choice and request back to the server as DHCP request. On getting DHCP request, the server acknowledges the client and finally allocates at the desired IP address by sending DHCP acknowledgement back. And thus the provided IP address is allocated to the client for a particular time lease, which is mentioned in the DHCP acknowledgement system. Now before checking the now let's see how DHCP is captured in a Wireshark. Before doing that, we need to release our IP configuration. First of all, let's check our IP configuration. So here we have IPv4 address, that is 192.168.1.3. Before we can access DHCP protocol, we need to release all IP configuration. For that, we will use ipconfig/release. This will release the IP configurations. Here we do not have any IPv4 address, we only have MAC address. And now we will send a request to DHCP to renew IP address by ipconfig renew. This will take few minutes or few seconds. So yes, now our new IP address is 192.168.1.3. Let's go to Wireshark. We can now see the DHCP data traffic. Here are the 4 steps: discover, DHCP discover, offer, request and acknowledgement. During the first step, that is DHCP discover, we don't have any source address, and the destination address is 255.255.255.255. Under the DHCP discover, we have user diagram protocol, that is UDP, source port 68, destination port 67, and the length is 310. Here we can see the message type, that is discover, client identifier, requesting IP address, the previous IP address of the system, that was 192.168.1.3, host name and the parameter request list. Here the DHCP discover ends. Under the DHCP offer, we have message type offer, server identifier, that is giving the available IP address, IP address lease time, the time for which a system can use the above IP address, renewal time value, then the subnet of the system, under this renewal time value is 12 hours and lease time is 1 day. The system can use this IP address for 1 day. Here are the information about the router, the IP address for router, domain name, and the server IP address. DHCP offer ends here. After that comes DHCP request. Under this system, the client IP address is 0.0.0, the MAC address of the system, and the client identifier. Client's MAC address is given. Requesting IP address. Requested IP address is this one. The items which are requested are as follow. And these are the request list, that is subnet mask, router, domain name, server domain name, and so on. Here the request ends, after which the acknowledgement is performed by server. Under this acknowledgement, the message type is put reply. The client's IP address, server is identified by this address 192.168.1.1, which is our new address. The lease time provided for this above IP address is 1 day. Then the renewal time value and other required things are mentioned in the DHCP acknowledgement. These are the lists which were requested by the client from the server, and with this DHCP protocol has assigned IP address and other IP configurations to the client on a particular network. So this was all about DHCP protocol. Thank you.